Hey rockers, so in this lesson we're going to talk about alternate picking, what that looks like, and some good ways to get practice not just for your picking hand, but also for your fretting hand as well. So, what is alternate picking? Well, when you're picking guitar, there's really only two ways that you can pick. That is down or up. So, what alternate picking does is it alternates between down and up picking. So this is really helpful if you want to get into some of those extremely fast chugging riffs. Or if you're trying to get comfortable with moving your scales up your guitar more quickly. Which brings us to our first point. One of the easiest ways that you can get comfortable with alternate picking is to just practice down-up picking on one string, getting slowly faster and faster. So, it's very important to notice that when I am doing this, in my picking hand, all of this movement is coming from my wrist. I am not moving my elbows up and down, and I'm not moving my thumb. All of this movement is coming from my wrist. This is why during alternate picking, it is very important to have what I call an anchor point on your guitar. This is a point on your guitar where you rest a part of your hand comfortably to make sure that you are keeping yourself in the same spot. Because the most control, when it comes to alternate picking, is going to come from your wrist. So you'll begin to notice that the wider movements that you make with your pick as you get faster, the farther that you have to move to get back to that spot. So if I pick down here and then I come all the way down here, I have to move that much to get back to the string. So once you get comfortable at the anchor point, you want to work on really tightening those movements to make them really short. Because the shorter movement that I have to make to get back to my string, the faster that I will be able to pick that string. So, again, you want to practice making those movements while moving your pick as little as possible. A great way to do this is to do just start and stop and see how far you're moving your pick. One of my favorite ways to do this is just to do the Jaws thing. Which brings us to our next point. Once you start getting comfortable with moving your picking hand up and down, we can start getting comfortable with moving our fingers up and down the neck. A great way to do this is just to practice pentatonic scales. Pentatonic scales are great because they are just simple 2-note per string scales, which works perfectly with our alternate down-up picking. So it would look like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through. Once again, just like this. That's going to be really helpful getting you comfortable with moving your fingers up and down the neck. And so from there, we can move into spider walks. I really love spider walks because they are a great way to not only practice your alternate picking, but just simply get you warmed up on guitar. There are multiple ways of doing spider walks. Today, I'm going to show you 2 of them. So, the first one is the traditional spider walk, where you're just going to put your first finger on the first fret, and then each finger is going to come down after that. So it's going to look like this. Down, up, down, up. Then you're going to move 1 fret up and 1 string down. So then it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing again. Up 1 fret, down 1 string. You're going to do this all the way to your 5th string, where you are then going to move over 1 fret and up 1 string. Once again, over one fret and up one string. So the whole thing looks like this. And that is really helpful for getting you comfortable with moving your fingers up and down your neck, getting comfortable with just getting them moving. Again, I love these as a great warm-up. You can also start from 12 and move backwards, like so. Now, the second way we can do these spider walks focuses a little bit more on speed. So, the way we do this is by choosing any fret. I'm going to pick the 5th fret, and we're going to start with our first and second finger, picking down, then up. Then we are going to, instead of moving this way up the guitar, we're going to focus going down. So we're going to move down to the next string and do the same thing. 1, 2, all the way down to the bottom string. Then we're going to start from the top and do the same thing with our first and third finger. And then we're going to move to the 4th. Once again, this is just a really great way to get your fingers moving, getting comfortable with going up and down the neck on the guitar, and practicing your alternate picking. So once you get comfortable moving down, we can also get comfortable moving back up the neck. So once you get comfortable moving back up the guitar, we can combine both of those to make a singular warm-up. So that concludes this lesson. Continue working on that alternate picking, keep working on getting those fingers moving, and keep on rocking.